Hey gang, it is Tom from the Business Funding Network, and I want to welcome you. Welcome to the Flipping Business program, Flipping Biz program. You now have exclusive entrance into the listings, the websites, and the instructions that you may use to make thousands of dollars of either profit in your own business by adopting these things that are available, or commissions and income that you can get from learning how to flip or how to assign these invaluable shelf corporations and streams of income that we have access to anyone that you find or know or use our instructions to identify that want this kind of valuable stuff. Now, there are two extremely important things that were placed in your package, which we sent to all of you who did enroll in the Flipping Business program. You first and foremost have an actual listing of all of the shelf corporations that are available based on, obviously, current availability. This is always subject to change. There are always corporations that are being purchased, taken off the list, pardon me, and there are new things that are being added to it. And you'll notice on the list, the current list of shelf corporations, there also is a $100,000 credit line that's available. There is also a number of two-year-old shelf corporations that are funding ready, as well as profitable businesses that are up and running of various ages. And obviously, the two things that most determine what the ultimate sale price of one of these shelf corporations is the age, the length of duration that it's been in existence, and if it has income, what the amount or what the level of income is that it's producing. So when you are curious or interested in knowing what the final sale price is on any of these shelf corporations or streams of income, the only thing for you to do is call the special hotline that's been established only for the people who are involved in this kind of behind-the-scenes program. So when you talk to us, we can determine what you are most interested in either owning for yourself or what you're most interested in being able to sell to someone else or the general public. We can then, by determining which of those things you're interested in, we can then determine what the ultimate sale price of that would be. And of course, one of the ways that you do this as the seller of the shelf corporation so that you can make money is, as we said, simply finding the buyer. Doesn't even need to be any purchase, so you don't have to buy any of the shelf corporations that are listed. You don't have to even do a simultaneous double closing. It can be as simple as, let's take, for example, if you identified a shelf corporation that had a cost of $5,000. If that was the actual owner of the shelf corporation's purchase price for it, we could help you find someone who wanted that. We could then add, if that's your interest, $3,000 onto the ultimate sale price of the shelf corporation. We could then help you assign that $8,000 shelf corporation to the end user, and you pocket this pretty $3,000 difference as a commission on the transaction, on the purchase of that kind of deal. So there are a lot of different ways that you can use this for yourself personally. There are different ways that you can do this to make money and income from it. And again, it begins as simply as possible. It begins by you looking over the actual listing of the shelf corporations that we currently have available, and for you to also identify the other documentation that is in your package that gives you the phone number, the direct access exclusive phone number for you to deal with the staff in our office that primarily help identify and help clients with these shelf corporation deals. We also, in our office, not printed on your current list because it's far too valuable, we also have a secret website that has a lot more of the shelf corporations, credit lines, and streams of income that are available that we only make available to you by phone. So if you're interested in getting the details of that secret website that has far more shelf corporations in listings and all of the instructions on exactly how to do this, how to do what? How to flip shelf corporations, how to flip existing businesses, how to flip streams of income for a profit that you would pocket, that you would net in your own pocket. So very powerful program that you have access to as a enrollee into the Flipping Biz program. It starts as simply as you looking over the listing of the shelf corporations that are available, finding the documentation that has the flipping hotline, calling our representatives and our employees that work in the office that specialize in that, and having them give you access to the secret website that has far more available shelf corporations for sale and our instructions on how you would either purchase one of these for yourself or how you would do this as a business and make income. So as we've identified already, you do not have to first buy a shelf corporation and take ownership of it yourself in order to find a buyer and ultimately have us assist you in the sale of that shelf corporation to the end user or the end buyer. So there's nothing out of pocket that needs to be in this transaction in terms of the actual placement of the shelf corporation. There are some pointers that I can also give you that make this clear, simple, and easy to understand. What's the easiest way to make money in this program? The easiest way is for you to tell someone you know that you have access to these very valuable kinds of corporations, age shelf corporations, and sources of income. So the easiest way for you to do this is to tell someone you know who you think may be interested in this. When you've identified someone who says yes, they are ultimately interested in this, we then can assist you and help you in the process of making that transaction. You can also let our staff simply contact on your behalf anyone that you really do know or think has some kind of interest in this. Okay, so if you wish to not talk or speak to the people you've identified that you really think are interested in this because you don't feel like you know enough about it, you're not an authority on it, you can turn all of that over and let our staff do the talking for you, and you still get 100% of the commission. So you lose nothing, you risk nothing by identifying someone that you know who's interested in this and then having our staff contact them and make the explanation of how this process works, why it's so valuable, and what the end price to them would be for the acquisition of these corporations. We also highly suggest, and we use these strategies all ourselves, we suggest you post on Facebook pages this information, the tantalizing aspect of what you have come across and what you have available. We do this very successfully. We've got a whole number of Facebook pages out there. Obviously, we don't reach everybody, but we reach tens of thousands of people, and it's a very effective strategy of doing it. You can also list these age shelf corporations on Craigslist. There's a lot of business activity that goes on. Most of those postings can be done for free. And of course, the good old-fashioned, time-tested, working still perfectly in this day and age, you can advertise in newspapers, local newspapers, or in national magazines like Inc., like Entrepreneur, like Fast Company. These are ways that absolutely work to make people in this kind of program access to more and more money. Some of you out there, some people might think and might say, well, Tom, if this stuff actually works, why don't you do it? Aha! We do all of these techniques that I've just described for you, and they're done effectively and profitably. But as I just said, we cannot possibly reach all of the people that are interested in and want access to this information. That's why we make these corporations available to you if you want them for your own personal use, and why we make these instructions and this information, these listings, information that is available to you so that you can help us reach people that we otherwise could not possibly reach. We can't come across everyone in the world who does want and is interested in this, so you should make money in helping facilitate a win-win-win relationship between the people that want this, the people that know that they have it, and the end owners of the shelf corporations that want to liquidate them and sell them for whatever reason. So follow my advice, my instructions, make the call to our private hotline in our office, get the information on the secret website that is not given out any other way over the phone, and get full instructions on exactly how to do this. I look forward to helping you make a lot of money in the Flipping Business program. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.